thought it was in our songbook, but I guess not.
Our inspirational reading is taken from one of what we call the pink books lovingly. It's the Love Scriptures, and it's channeled by a group of sensitives, channeling Jesus, the present day Jesus. And this one is called The Dawning of the Age of Light. On page 41, the second paragraph. If you look for miracles, look within. The miracle is in knowing your identity as a spirit being, as a Christ, and as a perfect soul person. Let miracles flow out from your perfect realization of your identity and from your concentration upon knowing perfection everywhere. The miracle that manifests through you may not be one like walking on water, but it will be the manifestation of perfection which fills a particular need. That is the miracle. The revelation of God there now, of God here now. Thank you, Jesus. And so to speak to us today, we have one of God's miracles, one of our assistant ministers here at the Teaching of the Inner Christ, who has been with the teaching for a very long time, for many years, and she has contributed her knowledge, her wisdom, her love, and her teaching skills here at the Teaching of the Inner Christ. Here to speak today on God's miracles, please welcome with me Reverend Dr. Brigitte Heimers.
Thank you, sweetheart. So, let's see what I have for you today. God's miracles. Many years ago, when I was first studying Love Answers All, one of our pink books, which are channeled messages from Jesus through a group of adult sensitives known as the Brotherhood of the Followers of the Present Jesus, I paused then on page 37 at the question, what is a miracle? And God gave the answer right there. He said, quote, a miracle is God's natural occurrence. It's God's natural occurrence. You do not need to look outside of yourself to have a miracle, because the miracle is within. Think of the miracle that a human being is. Have you, I can't read my writing. Have you considered how wonderful it is that God lives through you? Have you considered what a wonderful arrangement there is in your body, that you never have to think about breathing when you sleep, that all processes function it's difficult for me to read today, but when all processes function in when all processes function automatically and perfectly, you can be called a miracle. Rejoice in the miracle that lives within you. And when you pray for a healing or wholeness, and you receive your answer, do not consider it a miracle. It is just God's natural occurrence, end of quote. And then in the following paragraph, we are asked, quote, open your heart to all of the light and energy I pour through you, and you and you, it's difficult for me to read today. And I start again. I never open your heart to all of the light and energy I pour through you, and pour it out to others on earth. Feel free to express your energy, your life energy. Many are willing to accept. As you go through your day, be aware of those around you and pour it out to others around whom you are feeling the spiritual vibration. Take time to consciously love them, and your time will be compensated. For out as many channels to spread love, energy, be aware, be patient, and be open to those who come to you. And now I would like to look on our cannot read today. I would like to look on our close at the text I just read to you. It was stated, quote, you can be called a miracle, end of quote. And yet the next sentence told us, quote, do not consider it a miracle. So we have two statements here. You can be called a miracle, and the other quote is, do not consider it a miracle. This could be a lengthy discussion, because there are so many aspects to consider, going back to the beginning of time. Our cover story, written by leader teacher, inner Christ counselor Jennifer Allen-Prather, went into the many details. And as you know, our first course in the curriculum of the teaching of the inner Christ helps the students to, quote, contact and experience their true self, their God center, their, quote, Christ self, within by name and vibration, end of quote, as they study their textbook, and our textbook is Being a Christ. To seek the truth within themselves. It is through the expanding of truth that they will be given knowledge and understanding, end of quote. And the text also tells us, quote, have no fear of receiving an overabundance to power and light, for you know not the extent of your ability to receive, end of quote. As some of you know, I have grandnephews in Germany who are just loving guys. They are twins, and they put, and they just turned 10 years of age in July, and they are my great love and joy. It is too bad that I am so far away from them. During my last visit 2 years ago, they were playing with their toys, and one of them started singing a song they had learned in school. And right away the brother chimed in, which was a lovely moment as I was watching the intensity and their shining eyes as they sang together. So I'm sure that some of you can recall your own moments of miracles and joy. And so this morning I want to thank you for your attention, and to know that Christmas is just an exciting time. And I think it is the most exciting time in the year, as far as I'm concerned. We have other celebrations, but I think Christmas is one that is just especially lovely, and if you can be together with family, that's even better. So thank you very much. And before I leave, I got, we have this daily word, and for today, it says, I choose peace. As I continue on the Advent journey, my thought turns to peace. I remember what gives me peace: the health of a sunset, a continuing lovely scenery. And then further down it says, I realize I do not have to wait for specific, can't read my printing. I do not have to wait for specific experiences to feel peaceful. I have the power to claim peace at all times and in all situations. So, and it says here, I affirm that divine peace is greater than any worldly condition. God's peace is my peace forever. And I thought that was a wonderful contribution of the daily word. So thank you.